You're right. It feels very vague, but it weighs very deeply on my heart when the kids are saying, "Dad, you promised," you know. And logically, I know why I'm having to do the things I'm doing, but also I'm like, I am stinking sick of this.
So I was thinking about doing something new today. Instead of just showing what's going on in my day, I want to break down what is included when you work with me one-on-one, because that's one of the things I'm trying to do now to hit our monthly recurring revenue goals, is to get 1 to 2 more one-on-one members. And so instead of just telling you guys about it, I want to show you guys. Man, all this is so good. Like bread, cheese, olives, olive oil. And this is like, they call it Moroccan soup, but it's kind of like oatmeal, orange juice, then tea. Save that for later though. So the main thing that we focus on when I'm working with someone one-on-one is I'm helping them overcome the different challenges and setbacks that they face as an entrepreneur. So first thing in the morning, I am checking in with them, which is cool because a lot of my clients are based in the US or, in that time zone. And so I'm like 6 hours ahead of them. So they wake up and they get a message from me checking in on them, checking in on their progress, and a little motivation, and just really helps them get focused and to start off their day on a good note. Another thing that I do with my one-on-one members is every week we get on a 60-minute video call. And the purpose of that call is for me to help them overcome any challenges or setbacks that they are facing that week and that day. And I actually have a call right now. So instead of just telling you about it, I'm actually gonna just show you what it's like. How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good. Just got through developing some new software. We beta launched it, cracked our monthly nut, so we're at 16,000 for the month. So, and this is, I know it's exciting. And this is, my existence, and it sucks really bad every single month until the 27th of the month. And, or sometimes I'll hit it on the 25th, but it takes me about 25, 26 days to make $15,000. And then like right now, I'm going to be in the best mood of my life for 4 days. And then it starts over. And so when I look at this, so you'll find throughout the year, this is my existence. I have to do that to pay the bills. But I hate every moment of that. And I love every second of these 3 days I'm about to get. And so my goal is to make the entire month that 3 days. It's just me. I don't know if every entrepreneur is like that, but it's like I stress about it. I find if I don't stress about it, I actually don't get to my numbers, and I'll be negative for the month. So it's actually, that's the amount of work and effort it takes me to get to where I need to be. And I just need a different way of getting there.
This is something that's helped me a lot personally. So for example, if I'm saying, hey, I want to make 20K per month by this date so I can live a stress-free life and spend more time with my family. That's how you worded it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
So like, obviously we know the first part probably is not going to happen, right? Like there's still going to be stress. I get what you're saying, but obviously we know that's probably. Now the second part, spend more time with my family. I try to get as clear as I can. That way I know for sure, like this is not the situation I want to be in. Yeah. So I think when it comes to spending time with your family, maybe there's a way to get more specific on that. Like, what does that mean? Like, man, I wish I could spend, right now I spend 1 day a week, or hey, I spend 3 days out of the month with my kids. Mm-hmm. I wish I could spend 5 days a week doing that. So now when you're going through, when you're building your business and you're doing everything, you're like, okay, this is good. I'm making the money that I like, but I'm spending 3 days. And my goal is to spend 5 every week. So I'm not even close to that.
You're right. It feels very vague, but it weighs very deeply on my heart when the kids are saying, Dad, you promised, Yeah. And logically, I know why I'm having to do the things I'm doing, but also I'm like, I am stinking sick of this.
Like, we got to do what we got to do to take care of our family, make money. But I think some stuff is like, that's already on your thing of like what you want to do. And God's saying, I gave you the time, but the reason why we don't do it is because we feel like if we cancel it, we're not going to be able to achieve that thing. And I think that's where the faith has to come in of like, all right, God, this is your will. This is like what you're calling me to do. I'm putting in the work, but then also I'm taking that hour, 30 minutes or whatever it is to spend time with my family. And I'm having faith that if I'm doing that, because you also called me to do that as well, that the rest will get handled.
As you're speaking, I'm realizing, well, I'm working myself to death and, not being with them in the process of saying I have this big goal. And I can maybe bridge that gap and have some memories now too. And I definitely spend time with them, but it's one of those things that it's like, I do feel like the stress like wins lots of times.
Yeah. I think what I'm learning for myself is that the money and the other things changes our situation, but our mindset changes the stress, because your situation doesn't have to change for your stress to change. Like I'm like, stressing is kind of like a choice. So it's like, you can make the decision to be like, I'm going to put in this work and I want to do this thing, but I'm not going to stress about it, because stress is coming from a place of like, I don't feel like I'll be able to do it. Yeah. So if we just say, hey, this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit these goals, I'm going to put in this work, but I don't need to be stressed while I'm doing it, because then it has like the opposite effect. It's like, okay, if I'm just stressing myself every day to get to this goal, then I'm adding all these health problems that it's like, okay, when I get there, then what's left?
And I think there's something about a deadline that does something for me, and turning it on. I don't know how. I guess I have to learn how to hustle without having the stress. You
can break that down into having deadlines in the day. So by I'm done, I'm hanging out with my family. So now I know I have 6 hours that I have to get all this done. So I can't mess around while I have that 6 hours. So now I am hustling as hard as I can, but it's within that window. And then after that, it's like, hey, it has to play out how it plays out, because these are the things that are important to me as well.
That's a really good point.
So hopefully today has given you a better idea of what it would look like to work with me one-on-one. My goal is to just be that support that I wish I had, because I know as an entrepreneur, we all face a lot of challenges and setbacks that make us want to give up. It's very difficult. And like CJ was saying, like it's hard to find other people that actually care. They just want the bills to get paid or the business to grow or the money to come in, but they don't actually deeply care about our feelings and our dreams. And that's what I'm passionate about the most. It's not about just me getting to 15K and me getting to Paris. I want to help other people along the way, which is why I shut down my other businesses in the first place. I want to help other people achieve their dreams. And that's what I'm the most passionate about. And that's why I love working with people one-on-one, because we're like family. We really get to spend that time to get to know each other. And I'm just there every step of the way. Anytime they need something, I'm there. Voice note me, phone calls and all that. So I wanted to show you guys behind the scenes. And if that's something that you're interested in, send me a message on Instagram, and I'll let you know how to get in there and how we might be able to set that up, because I don't have a landing page for that right now. It's really people that I have a relationship with, and I base it off the vibe, not off the money. So if you're interested in it, let me know.